WJZ TV, Baltimore. Eyewitness News. This is Rise and Shine with Don Scott and Marty Bass. And today, Sandra Pinckney.
All right, give her a big round of applause. Thanks, Sandra, for joining us. Like you had a choice to do, they kind of, Don goes on vacation, they kind of schedule you in, no one asks you. Did they ask you, say, Sandra, did you actually want to get up 5 days in a row, coming right off of what was, I'm sure, a wonderful vacation? Because you've got this radiant glow about you. It was a good vacation, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I got a lot of rest.
Okay.
For what reason, I do not know, because I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Did they ask you, did they say, would you like to sacrifice your life?
Yes, they said, Sandra, listen, let me ask you something.
Your social life, not your life, your social life.
Let me ask you something. Would you like to come in and I said, sure.
Why am I having problems believing that?
I don't know.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
It's Monday. And it is Monday. Got to point that. It's just when it's tough coming off vacation and coming back. But you know, where'd you go?
Went to the beach. Went to the beach. Yes. Some funny stories. I like to drown. One of the things happened to me. Like to drown. Yes, I did. Was too embarrassed. It was a killer wave. I didn't see it, and it was behind me. Okay. And I'm standing up, looking out to shore, and suddenly, out of nowhere. And then I saw my feet over my head, and it was rumbling me around. I had this little ponytail clip. That was gone. And when I finally got my senses together and stood up, it looked like I had a mud pack. The sand was in my scalp, in my hair, and in my bathing suit. I had this huge deposit everywhere that I could not... So then I had to figure out how I'm going to walk. Oh, it's quite a story.
Well, no, at that point...
It went on and on.
No, at that point, all you can do is walk out into deep water and count it.
That's what I tried to do, but it was in the lining. There was no rinsing that stuff out. I had to walk through the hotel up to my room with this deposit.
What color was your bathing suit?
Teal blue, and it showed every single grain of sand.
Well, welcome back from vacation. Welcome
you.
to the morning edition.
Thank you.
I'm sure we're just going to have a delightful 5 days.
Yes, we are.
All right, let's go ahead and jump on this thing. Believe it, it's pretty warm. 78 degrees right now downtown. 68 degrees at BWI. Let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast for the day. The thinking is we're going to have a mixture of clouds and sun. It's going to be a hot and humid day, and we're going to have a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Come on over here, Earl. Just get a shot over here. Wait a minute. Construction update. Construction update. Holy cow. Before we even start the show. Don't go nowhere. Don't go running. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. There you go. What we're doing is we have now painted the walls of Val's office here for the third. Wait a minute. What? For how many? Third. The third time?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah. You missed all this last week. When we built the office, started turning the newsroom apart. See, what they decided to do was try and match up the color blue here with the color blue on the other walls, and now what we've tried to do is match up the paint around. You know, here, wait a minute. You got to follow me over here for a second, Earl. So you got to understand how the rest of the newsroom looks. You see? So what we're trying to do is this here. Okay.
Yes.
Over here.
All my pictures are gone.
Yeah, all your pictures are gone. Your desk area is completely shot. They took care of that when you were gone. But I was just curious.
That's exactly
all right. Well,
right.
what the deal? Oh, listen, I didn't mean to. You just go ahead. Don't let it stop you, all right? Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's just real weird. I'm standing here getting ready to do the weather.
Bye!
But that's how it has to go. We're not trying to be funny. These guys are trying to finish their job, and I'm trying to stand here and do the weather, and I walk over here, I'm going, clouds and sun, I'm looking at this monitor, and he's sitting over here, and he's doing all this action here. All right, let's try this whole shooting match again, okay? Let's go ahead and center it on it for a second, Arrow. Okay, we're going to have clouds and sun today. It's going to be a really genuinely warm and humid day. We're going to watch for chance of afternoon thunderstorms rumbling into the area. We've got a warm front getting ready to pass up over the region. High today about 90. And let me tell you something. Tonight, we are definitely going to see warm, humid conditions. There are going to be thunderstorms in the area and rain in the area. This is going to be a wet night, I'm definitely believing. Overnight low of 72. And tomorrow, let's go ahead and call it hazy and humid. Still lingering chance of some afternoon thunderstorms, some unsettled air in the region, and we're going to have a high of 90 degrees. Again, 78 in downtown Baltimore right now, 68 at BWI, 75 in the district, 69 in Dover, Harrisburg, and Shrewsbury this morning, 70 degrees, 65 now in Hagerstown. Here's the East Coast satellite photo, and this is just a tremendous amount of unsettled air. Very honestly, it's a warm front getting ready to press up over the region. I would think to myself, this is no kidding, I would take some umbrella to work with me today, because coming home you may be running into a little air mass thunderstorm or lines thereof breezing through the area. And seriously, tonight it looks like it's going to be genuinely a wet night. 5 days worth of AccuWeather. We'll talk about what's coming up. We are halfway through the month of August. Let's go ahead and call this technically going into the latter part of August. What's coming up on the 5-day forecast? We'll do that in a little while. There was news yesterday and overnight. With it, here's Sandra.
Thank you, Marty. It's now 5:35. Here's what's happening news-wise this morning. Pope John Paul II is on his way back to Rome following his 4-day celebration of World Youth Day in Denver. On his final day in the United States, the Pope met with 60 children with emotional and behavioral problems. He held hands with the children and sang them prayers. Earlier, the pontiff celebrated an open-air mass with about 350,000 young people from 70 nations, including a group from Baltimore.
Dear young people gathered here from every part of the world, I greet you with affection and great joy.
I always wanted to meet the Pope, ever since I've ever heard about him. And for me to actually get a chance to, sit and see him live and hear him speak is a great honor, and one I really just can't explain.
I didn't know what I was going to be feeling like, but all I could do was just cry. And I was like, oh, God, I don't believe this.
The papal visit did have its share of controversy as the pontiff condemned abortion, calling it a culture of death. Following the service, about 14,000 people had to be treated for heat-related problems. Officials say the high temperatures and altitude in the mile-high city caused several people to become dehydrated. In other news, a 35-year-old Westminster man is charged with raping a 17-year-old girl. The alleged victim tells police Joseph Savage bought her alcoholic beverages, and then they went behind Winchester Elementary School to drink, where, according to the girl, Savage raped her. He's charged with second-degree rape and was being held on $10,000 bail. Maryland and its neighbors are cracking down on gun trafficking. Governor Schaefer has signed an agreement with the governors of Virginia and Delaware to work together against illegal gun trade. Virginia is known as the gun-running capital of the country, and Governor Schaefer says it's too easy for people to get guns in neighboring states and bring them into Maryland. An Elkton man charged with murdering a little girl and seriously injuring his wife is expected to waive his extradition rights. It happened earlier this month in Rising Sun. A domestic argument apparently led to the fatal shooting of 6-year-old Kimberly Rice and the wounding of 27-year-old Karen Poe. Poe's husband, James Allen Poe, was arrested in Pennsylvania and will appear before a judge today. According to court records, James Poe has confessed to the shootings. The two teens charged with the murder of Michael Jordan's father will be in court this morning. Daniel Green and Larry Demery, both of Robeson County, North Carolina, and both 18 years old, were arrested yesterday. James Jordan was shot to death in a highway robbery after pulling his car off this road to rest. Authorities tracked the suspects through calls made on Jordan's car phone. A memorial service was held for James Jordan today in his hometown of Teachey, North Carolina. Now turning to baseball, the O's got robbed by a fan in New York yesterday and also made trade for the stretch run. With your Rise and Shine sports wrap, here's Chris Ely.
Good morning, everybody. Now, the Orioles are hoping the trade that they made with the Twins will help secure the infield for the stretch drive, if there is a stretch drive. Mike Palarullo was acquired from Minnesota in exchange for a player to be named later. Pags is hitting .292 and should be in uniform tonight when the club opens a 3-game series in Seattle. Final game of the 3-game series in New York, a downer. Bottom of the 8th inning, no score. Don Mattingly leading off Ben McDonald sends a fly ball right field. There's Mark McLemore leaping up, but a boneheaded fan takes the ball right out of McLemore's glove. The umpires ruled it a home run. It was Mattingly's 13th, and that was the only run of the game. The Yankees win it 1-0. They sweep the Orioles in 3 straight. Orioles have now lost 6 straight in total. Orioles now still in 4th place, but now trail the Yankees and the Blue Jays by a whopping 4.5 games. Exciting 75th PGA Championship that went a couple of extra holes before the newest champion could be crowned. This is action on the second overtime hole. Paul Azinger needing this putt for a birdie to force Greg Norman to do the same, lips the ball off the cup. Azinger was able to par the hole, and that gave Greg Norman the opportunity to par out on the second extra hole and move them on to a third. But wouldn't you know, the same thing happened to the Shark. Norman's putt doesn't fall. Paul Azinger becomes the new PGA champion. It was his first major victory on the tour. I'll have more in the next hour and tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, this is Chris Ely sending it back to the lovely and talented Sandra Pinckney and the Bassarino.
Well, thanks, Chris. It's now 5:40.
All right, couple things. First off, about the Orioles, too little, too late, wrong direction. Ben McDonald yesterday pitches a magnificent game. He should file a class action suit against his offense. 1-0 game in Yankee Stadium. They scored him no runs. He kept them to 1 run. That's defying the laws of baseball gravity. Okay? So you can shore up the infield all you want to. I rest my case. 1-0. McDonald pitches a masterful game. We lose. Okay? All right. Nice to have Pags as an Oriole, even though we're only renting him for the end of the year. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the deal on that.
Okay.
All right. What a
Now,
deal. What a deal.
You know, it's been, well, now it's still 5:40.
Yep. Sure
It's
is.
still 5:40.
78 degrees downtown, 68 degrees at BWI. Clouds, some hazy sun this day. We'll look for a chance for afternoon thunderstorms. Tonight it's really going to rain. Yep, no question about it. High today is going to be 90 degrees. Let's go ahead and talk about this morning's What Do You Think? We did this one with you in mind. Actually, this is a continuation of a conversation we had last week.
Okay.
It involves shaving. We'll explain. Please stay with us.
As we go to break, let's take a look at those winning lottery numbers. 63246, pick 4, 7160 to match 5, 7, 15, 29, 31, and 36. Saturday night's lotto numbers 3, 29, 34, 38, 39, and 46. The jackpot was $3.5 million. Two of winning tickets sold in Anne Arundel and Montgomery County. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 5:43.
All right. Great what do you think question. Let me just bring you up to speed. Last week we were doing this is pretty much the question, face or legs. We were talking, we asked ladies only, just for laughs, if facial hair was common amongst women, would you grow a mustache or a beard? Which one would it be? Turned out to be pretty interesting. The ladies decided they did not want to wear beards, that if they had to, they'd grow a mustache, but in general would like to stay clean shaven. Okay?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No, but I mean if nature had equaled everybody else, we all had facial hair.
Yeah.
Okay? So just for laughs, we were speculating on the air. We said, the old controversy, what would you rather shave, your face or your legs?
I know.
Now,
I know.
Okay, now before you give me your answer, I want to tell you this.
Okay.
The men of Baltimore understand the program. And I'm not talking about this program, I mean nature's program. We got it easy. There are curves and nooks and crannies, and this is the worst thing you'd ever want to run a razor by right here. You just might as well just spit nails. Just spit nails on the shave down here. But nonetheless, I still think it beats the run from the ankle to the hip. What would you say?
Absolutely. I agree.
Give me your reason. I just want to hear your reason.
Oh, you have to do it so often, and there's so much of it.
Once a day, twice a day, actually.
Oh.
It's twice a day deal.
Yeah, but guys can do, I think you can do electric razors, can't you?
Can't ladies?
Well, it doesn't give you the same kind of
I understand. I don't use
thing.
electric
So
either, man. You got to put steel on.
There's always
steel on
other
flesh.
methods, too.
Well, anyway,
which are interesting.
But you're going to love it. The men understood.
Yeah.
Here's this morning's What Do You Think?
I think I'd rather shave my face because it's a heck of a lot easier than trying to bend down and shave your legs.
But wouldn't shaving your legs be like a straight shot? With your face, you got to go all around these little curves, and you inevitably tear your neck up down at the bottom. That's a given. Dead meat.
No way, Marty. I think I'd stick with the face. The legs, nah.
I guess my face.
How so?
It's less area. You can do it quicker. Legs, I got long legs. I'm about 6'4".
Wouldn't it be a straight shot, though? With your face, you've got to have to deal with curves and stuff.
My face is pretty straight. Just go down and up
So
there.
you think men have the better end of the deal?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, I'll say the legs, because sometimes, man, me, myself, I don't have that much to shave, but see, like, when I get a little hard hair on there, it's kind of really hard to get it off. I'll say the legs.
Straight shot and call it a day.
Yes, I'll say the legs.
Don't have to deal with the bottom of the neck right here.
No, you don't have to go all under this and all like this, and sometimes you can catch a cramp in your neck when you hold your neck back too far.
Well, put it to you this way. I've shaved my face for 24 years now, and I don't like it. I shaved my legs one time for a bet, and I hated it. So Of the two, I'd rather shave my face.
Okay, so
Put it
you
that way.
speak from experience here. What was so horrible about shaving your legs?
When you get into bed, it's like a very uncomfortable feeling. Can you understand what I'm trying to tell you right now? Yeah, she's
Lady
saying
standing
that.
over here doesn't want to go on camera.
She doesn't want to show herself over here, but she is. It's terrible. I don't know. Have you ever done it, Marty?
No.
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Go out, have a nice little cocktail, come home, shave your legs, and get into your bed under the sheets, and you'll hate life. Believe me.
All right, give him a big round of applause. Man speaks from experience. I hadn't thought about that.
On a bed,
Next to
shave
your
his legs.
sheets. Next to your sheets, because I like to move my legs around in bed. And you would definitely kind of drag along the percale.
Big time.
Big time. Big time. So it was, you know, we were just getting ready to have a gender battle, and it never materialized because men just understand.
I'm
On
glad.
this, we were given the good hand.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
It's now 5:47.
That's this morning's What Do You Think? It had to be asked.
Yes, I agree.
You know.
I like it.
Because it's the age-old argument. Okay.
Okay. Year ago today, coming up on Rewitness News.
Mm-hmm. If you want to make $1 million, you figure out, well, that's all right, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear this.
I was going to figure out, you figure out like a stand. So you pop your leg up here so you can shave your leg.
In the shower? It's tough.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're on one leg.
I wish somebody would come over here
It's
and help me
really-
get my leg off this desk.
Here, let me help.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
got them cowboy beats on.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Rewitness News. A year
Yes.
ago today,
Right.
we're going to revisit President Bush, find out what was going on a year ago today. It had something to do with, let's just say, Saddam, as he used to say.
Saddam, okay.
Hussein.
All right.
And then we're going to take a look at what the king was doing, or what people were talking about what the king was doing a year ago today. The king.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, very good.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's just get right on to the deal. There's some lottery numbers contained in the significance of this date that aren't to be believed. It's the 16th anniversary of Elvis's death, which of course is on the 16th day of August, the 8th month. If you go 2 times 8, that is 16. Holy cow, man! I was searching through the dream books last night. I went, there's got to be something in here. I got to be able to get a pick 3 out of there somewhere. But I want to tell you what, 16 years since the king. Well, what a deal. It's Elvis Presley Day here on the morning edition. Here are your getaways. Buckle up and bon voyage.
It's now 5:52. How's traffic moving this Monday morning? Let's check in with the traffic team's Chuck Whitaker. Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Sandra. Good Monday morning, everybody. We have an overturned vehicle this morning in Baltimore County. It's on Washington Boulevard between the city line and the Beltway. You'll see some flashing lights there. Looks like some of the lanes are open, but be careful as you move on by. County police are directing traffic through. In Anne Arundel County, a vehicle fire right now. Again, some flashing lights on the northbound side of I-97, right around the interchange at Route 32 in the Millersville area. We're off to a good start around the Beltway. All the lanes are clear. No major problems right now at the tunnels. 95 inbound to the city is off to a good start as well between the Beltway and the Russell Street connection. Sandra and Marty, good Monday morning. Back to you.
All right, Chuckles. Thanks, Doc. We certainly do appreciate that.
All right.
All right. The temps in the area now like 78 degrees downtown, 68 BWI. It's a warm, humid morning. Take a look at the national radar. We've got a big area of unsettled weather moving our way. Let's go ahead and call it a warm front and watch for thunder showers. I'll take an umbrella to work with me. This afternoon, you're going to definitely see thunderstorms in the area. Thunderstorms tonight. We'll give you 5 days worth of AccuWeather here in a little while.
Okay. On Rewitness News, I mentioned something about Saddam and President Bush.
Yeah.
Well, a year ago today, the president met with reporters at the White House, reacting to reports that he's picking a fight with Saddam Hussein. The very week the Republicans were meeting at that time in Houston. It was during the presidential campaign where some people were saying he was trying to pick a fight to recreate his chances, or rather to create chances of winning the election. This is what he said.
Be allowed to dictate what can and cannot be inspected. The campaign and the convention have nothing to do with this. This is the national security interest of the United States. This is obligations to support the United Nations. So I'm glad you raised it, Randall, but I will repeat it. I have responsibilities as president and responsibilities as commander-in-chief, and I will go through with those responsibilities regardless of the politics.
Yeah, hindsight, of course, being 2020, you find out it's no politics, and the current president had to deal with it and already did.
Yes, he did.
One of those things.
We'll still be having to deal with it.
Yep.
Then we mentioned the king. Today is Elvis Day on the morning show.
What's the end? You know, it's incredible that the anniversary of somebody's death has become a national holiday.
Yes, it is.
But it's not incredible. It's just not the normal timbre you take in mourning.
Well, a year ago today, thousands flocked to Memphis to remember Elvis Presley. They toured his home and visited his gravesite, and early in the morning, actually that was the site of them holding candles. It was really a beautiful sight. They also visited his grave and covered it with flowers and teddy bears and other offerings. That candlelight vigil was also held in his honor.
You want to do something interesting if you're ever in Memphis?
I have never been to Memphis.
Seriously?
Never been to Tennessee. Or is it Tennessee?
It's Tennessee.
Tennessee.
The Tennessee, not like the cognac, but like the state. You know, it's not Hennessy.
Tennessee.
It doesn't rhyme with Hennessy. It's Tennessee.
Tennessee.
But Memphis is okay town. I mean, it really is. They've got a few some beautiful areas. There's neat stuff to do. But go and read the wall that surrounds Elvis's mansion, that surrounds Graceland. Read what people have written on the wall. It's unbelievable. There's not a centimeter that's not covered with some kind of writing on it. People leave notes.
Messages.
Matter of fact, there was a book out a few years ago. This guy just did nothing but took real close-up, clear pictures of the wall, so you can read. It's getting. I think the book's called Letters to Elvis.
Did you write something on the wall?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I went inside and took a look. It was kind of cool. Something.
Okay.
The jet was really neat, though. I got to tell you the truth. The jet, the Lisa Marie sitting across the street, worth the price of admission.
Really?
Oh yeah, very cool.
Very cool. Take a trip to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Me too. 5:56.
Go to the Peabody Hotel at 5 o'clock. Watch the parade of the ducks and drink some Hennessy.
In Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
That message brought to you by the Tennessee State Chamber of Commerce and Board of Tourism. All right, tell you what, you please stay with us. We'll talk about some weather here in Maryland. How's it going to be on the East Coast today? Unsettled. We'll touch base. No, we won't. Blade's on vacation. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Holy cow. No wonder the show's running so smooth.
Oh, Marty.
Please stay with us. This is Rise and Shine, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now 5:58.
Tell you what, I want to hit the control room with an audible. Is there anything on local radar? I'm just kind of curious. We've got Jimmy, how you doing? That's all ground. Welcome back to Mr. Jim Dorsey. Give him a big round of applause. Had a week's vacation. That's all ground clutter. All right, no problem. You can tell that's ground clutter. That's not rain. How can you tell that, Marty? Oh, we just kind of can. It just doesn't look like rain. It just doesn't look like it. We've got some unsettled weather moving our way.
Okay.
Because of that, we're going to see some thunderstorms this afternoon. Take a look at the forecast. I'm genuinely thinking today we'll have clouds and sun. It's a hot and humid day. It's an and forecast. Clouds and sun. Hot and humid. And a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. High of 90. I've just got this gut feeling you should take a little umbrella to work with you today. Don't ask me why. It's nothing more than a gut feeling. But I think by 4:30, 5 o'clock, there'll be some action in the region. Some thunderstorms. Tonight, it's almost a for certainty. We're going to see some showers and thunderstorms. 72 is a low. Tomorrow, hazy, hot, and humid, really into an envelope, a very tropical-like air. 90 degrees is a high. Clouds and sun, 87 on Wednesday. We're going to have the chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Okay. It's cold front coming through. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday look delightful. 87 degrees all 3 days. Mixture of clouds and sun, partly sunny, however you want to say it, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let me just, there's a big hurricane getting really close to Hawaii right now, Ferdinand. I just want to bring this up because I think we've gotten a couple calls on it. They are really concerned about the east side of the Big Island, actually the east side of the entire chain with the exception of Kauai. And it won't be for another 6 hours or so before we know if Hawaii has escaped a pretty little powerful storm sitting off its eastern border. So you'll hear more about that on Good Morning America. That's the current status. Some eastern portions of the Big Island, Maui, Oahu, and Molokai have been evacuated. So we'll see. Okay? Tell you what, please stay with us. After a brief commercial interlude, the morning edition, 12 years We're into our 13th year. It'll come your way. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.